welcome to another edition of Spotlight on Education for Avery County Schools. I'm glad you could join us today. And here today to talk about the production that's upcoming. And I'll have Justin Carver and Laurie Ryan with us today. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Oh, we're doing well, coming down to the wire. We have a month to go.
Right, that's what I was going to say. We got about a month until this year's production by the Extraordinary Players. And we'll talk a little bit about that today, and maybe talk a little bit about the inspiration for it, and obviously let folks know when it's going to be and where and all such as that. So Laurie, since you are the orchestrator behind this, we'll let you just talk a little bit about what this year's production is.
Well, it's Hooked, and it's a sort of a spin-off on Peter Pan and Hook. And 11 years ago, one of my first shows that I did, right, is when we came up with the name Extraordinary Players. We did Peter Pan, but we did it at the Senior Center, and then we took it around and traveled to all of the schools in Avery County and incorporated students from those schools to take part in it. So it's a kind of a special thing. At some point I said I would never recreate Peter Pan, but with the cast that I have this year, I have some very special kids. This will be their last year with us. I said, oh, we got to go for it. We also had over 60 people sign up. So I knew I needed a project that could accommodate 55 or 60 people. So I did my research and decided that I would like to lean towards a new theme, and the theme is to use your imagination. Without imagination, you'll go nowhere, but with it, you can really go places by basically getting yourself out of the box. So we came up with the title of Hooked. We have three main characters, Wendy, Hook, and Pan. But Wendy is the person that's going to make it all right. And there's always, my ending is always a happy ending, as everybody knows. There is never a bad ending in one of my scripts that I write. But the theme is they're all searching for stories. As we know, Peter Pan went searching in the Darling family household for a story. Mm-hmm. Hook is looking for a story, and because he doesn't have any imagination, so he has to be told a story. Pan doesn't have an imagination. He needs to be told a story. And the father, Mr. Darling, is a newspaper reporter for the New York Times, searching for the greatest story. So we've got three of those characters all searching for the same thing. So that is basically the theme on it. With a cast of 55, we've got like 11 pirates, 11 lost kids, 6 mermaids, 6 fairies, so we've got clumps because of the grandiose amount of students I'm dealing with. Script writing was very difficult to make sure, as you know, as a speech therapist, I want everybody to at least say 1 or 2 lines. So right. That is Mr. Carver's job. Oh, he says, oh no, more lines. But everybody is speaking, and I really used a high-end vocabulary this time. Really, high schoolers and middle schoolers would have a hard time reading the script. I delivered it that way, and now I'm cutting it back because for some of them, at least I had them read it, they understood it, they learned no vocabulary, but now I'm cutting it back so that we can get on through the play because it's quite long. So then I write the script, get the theme, and turn it over to Mr. Carver for the music.
This year kind of is a little bit different than last. Last year we had a spin-off of Michael Jackson, but this year I really incorporated a lot of songs from a number of eras again, try to stretch it. This year I actually sent a note home with kids and had them ask and poll their parents of some of their favorite songs so we could kind of incorporate music that the audience would be into. This year we have 63, 65 songs in the play this year, just like I said, just small clips. But they're coming along. The kids are really taken to all the songs. We have a special project for the beginning of the play this year. It's more of an artistic approach to dance and to drumming. And then the finale, the last song of the play is going to be very special. So we're excited about where we're going. And like I said, the kids are putting in the time, and it's all coming together right now before our show in May.
Yeah, just off the top of your head, from the poll that you did with the kids, what are a few songs that we can expect to hear?
Crocodile Rock was a big one from Elton John because of the croc in the play. There are some pretty funny songs. I have an Elvis song in there this year. A lot of the Beatles was a big hit, but I chose. I was I was very picky on what I chose, but the kids the kids had a great input, and I usually try to stick to a lot of popular songs that are out right now, just so the middle school kids and the high school kids that come can really connect with the music and kind of feel the groove and get into the show with us. So
we have Lady Gaga, Coldplay, Rihanna.
A lot of Rihanna this year.
Katy Perry.
And one Michael Jackson song. We have to go back.
Right.
That was the thing we incorporated to use all of these students that signed up. Our stories that we tell, the storybooks are going to come alive. So we have actual characters from Kicking It Down the Yellow Brick Road. So I'm taking the Wizard of Oz story, but putting us back into it, Extraordinary Players. So there'll be the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion. We've got Snow White and the dwarfs. Those costumes will look alike, and the music from it.
Cinderella.
And Cinderella.
Okay.
So if they've been coming to see Extraordinary Players perform, it'll be like a flashback for them.
And flashbacks that'll be a nice added touch
Yes.
to that.
Yes.
You've used the word Extraordinary Players several times, and for those that are not aware of what Extraordinary Players is, just talk a little bit about that.
Well, the group of students that we work with in theater are special needs kids, typically developing kids, and academically gifted kids. So we have a nice mix of all of them. This year we're very heavy on the special needs. You won't know it from the play because they have special talents. So it's a nice blend of them all. But it's a way for them to collaborate, to work together, to make this project. If they don't work together, then it's going to be broken and it won't flow, and they know that. So they have to rely on a helper, or they have to give the help so that everybody works together. I think by showcasing the talents of everybody is important so that we don't single out either special needs or gifted and expect things that probably are not reality. So it's
Right.
a very nice way. And actually this year we're having a pretty nice article written from the Asheville Citizen on what we do, because if you watch the news, that's what they're showcasing on those feel-good programs. You know,
Right.
this is what's happening. Let's help our fellow person. And we do it here, and we've been doing it for 11 years now. And I'm hoping to get the word out, because I won't be around forever doing this. I don't know if Mr. Carver is going to take over, but I certainly want everyone to know that don't leave anyone out, that everybody has differences, but yet everybody can be a valued person.
That's right. And that's one of the things, as I started in Navarre County, that was really a highlight, being able to be able to see the productions and the extraordinary talent that you have, that Mr. Carver has, and that the students have, and pulling this all together. This is a very unique event and opportunity for students just to, like you said, showcase who they are and not looking at limitations.
We have a lot of fifth graders this year that were in the play my first year of working with Extraordinary Players 4 years ago, and it's been nice to see the growth from second grade to fifth grade. And those kids are the compassion they have for their cast members, to see them helping a kid that didn't pick up the dance the first time around, to go back and comfort them if they're upset, they've had a bad day. It's going to be a special year, I think, for us, I know, and especially for those kids, just to see them mature and grow and prepare for middle school. And this year, I moved to the middle school this year, halfway through the year. So this year I've incorporated some middle school students into the play. We have some middle school students helping backstage, and so some past Extraordinary Players that were in it when they were in elementary school. So it's been nice to see that those kids can come back and give some help and some relief to us as well. So it's going to be a great production. We're excited.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And as we kind of wind down, let's talk a little bit about logistics, I guess. This will be the third year in Farthing Auditorium.
At Farthing, correct.
And tell us what the dates are and who's invited and all such as that.
Well, the public is invited at any time, but we would really like it if they would come for the Tuesday night show, which is May 3rd at 6:30. It is free, and it's open for the public and for parents, friends, and community. On the Wednesday show, May 4th, that's at 9:30, and because of the support of Mr. Eades and our board members, we have almost all of the Avery County schools attending. So it should be a packed house, plus some of the students from ASU, some of the student teachers from Lise McRae, teachers at ASU, and public will be invited to that. And we are expecting a packed house. 1,800 is what I keep telling my cast members, that, okay, you're going to be up in front of this many people. Can you do it?
Yeah.
So
Gary at ASU Farthing Auditorium has been great working with us for the past 3 years and really welcoming us in there, and her staff is great to help us out. So we're excited to be back at Farthing again this year.
we have a great set. We had visiting artists, Jesse Baldwin and Wes Mills, come to. Jesse designed the set, and then they had all of the students in Extraordinary Players and others at Newland Elementary help paint it. It is extraordinary, and we just got a ship that turns into also a Lost Kids Pavilion built by Banner Cabinets that is awesome. So we're looking forward to showcasing a lot of that. We're also using some blacklight this year. If we can figure it out. We bought it. Now we're going to practice it.
Well, I'd like to thank you both for taking time to come and be on the show today, and also talk a little bit about what to expect with Hooked. And again, if you're interested in coming and being reminded of the dates, where can folks go? And
www.extraordinaryplayers.com, or you can call Newland Elementary, or there will be posters out, and we have lots of brochures, and you can also call Ava County Central Service, and they know.
All right, and thank you.
Thank
I'm looking
you.
forward to this
Thank
year's
you.
production.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for another edition of Spotlight on Education for Avery County Schools. We'll see you next week.